Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck. So I did attempt to start this yesterday, but I am going to do my office library reshuffle kind of thing. I am going to take, most of my books are single layered and I've always wanted to keep it that way, but I knew it was coming that I was going to have to double layer a lot of things. There's a few series that I already did that too. And, I'm kind of regretful that I have so many books that now I have to double stack things, but I've gotten to the point where it's pretty bad. So, I have 7 shelves or bookshelves in here, and I want to clear off I'm going to clear off the top, I think, at least a couple of them so that I can put books up there too, but like some series stuff so that it's out of the way. We'll see how I do. Anyway, so I'm just going to flip this around and kind of show you the mess that I have to contend with. And then we'll see how far I get. I don't think I'm going to get this done all in one day because I have errands to run later. This is what I'm going to do first thing this morning before I can make some phone calls and do some other stuff. So we'll see how far I get. And then, again, I do have bookshelf in my guest room, which is mostly mysteries and movies and DVDs and stuff. So that's the one that I want to try to put the top part on the Billy bookcase because it's not attached to the wall. All these are attached to the wall, so I can't get the top extra shelf on. So that's why I'm going to try to put books up there now without that because I can't because they're attached to the wall. And then I have like 4 or 5 bookcases out in the living room. I've already kind of rearranged what I would call my TBR shelf, but it's not really. It's just a shelf that has a lot of books that I like are more standalones or next in series and stuff that are just in an easy spot for me to find them. That one's I've already done, so I'll insert a picture here in a little bit. And then I still need to go through my some of the nonfiction and the historical fiction I have out there. So anyway, I will get to that part. First, I'm going to do in here, and I'm going to try to get as far as I can. My goal is, as I said, I will be double stacking and try not to just cram things in, but make it still kind of where same genres are close together, but also so I can find books. They're still all the same authors are kind of together, like so I know where to find stuff later. I do plan to make a master Excel sheet to say where things are, so if I do want to read something and I need to find it, I know where I put it, because after I do this, I might not know where anything is. And right now, it's gotten to the point where I'm starting to lose where things are, not just because I keep slotting them, trying to find space, and I'm moving things, and I don't like that. Anyway, so I have rambled on enough, so I will quickly show you how disastrous the room is, and then we'll see how far I get this morning, okay? Okay, so this is kind of the disaster. I was just sitting there. So as I said, I have 5 bookcases on this wall. I did start yesterday a little bit to start rearranging stuff. I don't seriously know if that's going to stay like that. But anyway, this is kind of where I sit. My chair is usually in that corner or close to that corner. So I don't do a lot. But I have a lot of stuff so I have horror and adventure and stuff down below here. And then I have trying to go up into some urban fantasy, then some random fantasy, and then a lot of fantasy, and then a lot of fantasy, and then some horror down at the bottom here, and a miscellaneous, and then more fantasy, kind of different kinds. And then I have some historical kind of planned in here. I want to pull most of that out to move into the other room if I can find space. And then more fantasy. And then a lot of this is urban fantasy over here on this one. And then, and other stuff. And then, kind of random stuff down below, because then my, paranormal romances and a lot of stuff I need to move around. So, and then I have 3 carts, which are disasters, because I've been just stacking stuff on top, some of them with a lot of books. So I still have the carts, I'm just going to use them, but I want to clear out all the books on there that are unread, except for part of this cart in the middle is all my first books in urban fantasy paranormal romance series, so that's probably going to stay. And then the top part of that, except for the books stacked on top, most of those books are technically currently reading, but they're books that I've started that I have not completed. So I do have a lot of junk. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna start, I think, over here in this corner and consolidate a lot of this. Some of this has already been done before. A lot of this have series that I've put behind, so there's not gonna be a lot to do over in this side. I'm not sure how I'm gonna do a lot of this. So we're just gonna, as I said, I'm hoping to get at least a couple of shelves over and we'll see what happens. Again, I do still have all my a lot of classics over here. These are my not as pretty, or the red or black or white spine ones that I have out front. And then I have some historical fiction and some modern classics, and then just some random stuff with a shelf there of translated works, which goes over into there. And then we have this stack. This is all the books I need to get on to my shelf. That is a lot of stuff over the last couple months. So, as I said, I have my work cut out for me. I have space up here. I'm gonna, as I said, clear that off and put stuff up there. And then I'm gonna clear a lot of this off. Maybe not over into the corner because I have a gap over there. That's why that cat thing is in the corner there, because that actually is, there's a gap there, and I'm afraid if my cats find a way up there, they'll fall down there and then I'd have to break the bookcases to get them out. Anyway, so right now that's blocking. So anyway, I might take down some of that stuff, so we'll see. Anyway, so that's kind of what we're starting with. I know it's kind of chaotic, but let's see how far we can get. Okay, I'm taking a break. It's about an hour and a half later. I've done quite a lot of work. So I did start doubling up on classics, as well as, I can't show that. I put stuff up on top to free up this shelf that I'm using for historical fiction and translated works. And then also I moved, I'll flip it around here in a second. I moved a lot of historical fiction lower and moved, I have 3 rows now of translated works, which is what I needed because mine was very much packed already. And then I'll show you what the other side is. Again, I'm not completely done, but I'm starting in on the 3rd bookcase on this side, and I still have a lot of books on the floor. So let me show you that real quick. I'm making progress. I think I might need to take a break. I've done a lot already. Okay, so I haven't put anything on top yet. I haven't got that far. I figure I'm waiting for that to be one of the last things I do. But I'm trying to, again, double up on everything. So a lot of these are doubled. The bottom row there is not yet. But they would have to be paperbacks if I move stuff. So I've moved some stuff that I had stacked in other places and moved stuff around. So this side's, the first 2 over here are pretty packed, as I said, except for the very bottom. And then, and I pulled a lot of books from the cart that I hadn't put away yet. So I'm working on this side right now, and I'm gonna move out those carts so I can get to the urban fantasy and paranormal romances and historical romances and stuff over there, as well as I'm still working on putting away stuff. This is what's left on the floor. So I've made progress. I don't know if you can tell, it's like half of it is already up. That I've already put away. So I'm making progress. As I said, I think I'm going to take a break. I don't know if I'm going to do any more today, but I made a lot of progress. So I'm really happy with that. So, and then, as I said, I had down on, let's see, this row used to be some of my translated works. Now I've moved more historical fiction that had been up here. And then this is all historical stuff here, and then there's a few big translated works, and then I have 2 rows of translated works with a little space, and then some more historical fiction, and then some of my big classic stuff that's still down there. And as I said, the classics I've kind of double stacked them, which is fine. I have a lot of classics. I haven't touched over here yet. I don't think I'm going to move many things over there, but I did make space over here, so there are space. I still have this free junk shelf, which I will at a later date pull out everything and probably put classics here. I just haven't, that's low on the list. So anyway, so as I said, I have that corner still to do, and part of this shelf I want to redo and move stuff around on, and move some stuff below. I haven't pushed back a lot of those paperbacks, some of the mass markets. And then, as I said, I might get rid of one of my carts. I'm trying to decide. I got so ambitious because I was running out of space that I bought 3 of them at one point earlier this year or last year. I don't remember. But anyway, so I've made progress. Okay, so I did another hour's work, I think, or something close to that. I went and took a break and talked to my mom on the phone, and we both were taking breaks. She's cleaning the house for Thanksgiving, and so she convinced me to come back in here and finish before I go on my errands. So anyway, so I've done as much as I'm going to do right now. I still have tons of books on my carts. Again, all those first books in paranormal and urban fantasy series. I'm not moving those yet. I still have a lot of books that I'm in the middle of that are in that cart. And then my other cart has book haul. So I might get rid of one of the carts or move it somewhere else. I don't know where yet. I don't know where I could put it. Anyway, so I'm going to give you a quick tour of what it looks like in here. Again, it's not perfect, but it's good for now. And I made spaces for things. And so I don't feel so bad that I keep buying books. So here, I'll show you. Okay, so as I said, I did all this. I still have not gone above, which is really good for me. But as I said, this is all the same as what I showed. Then I didn't double stack any of these down below here, except the very bottom one there was already double stacked because those are all my old, and these ones, well, no, those aren't double stacked, but I have a lot of old hardbacks back there and some old books here. So all those are down there. I've rearranged some of my fantasy around and made spots for some series that I didn't have space for before. And then over here, I gave more space to my favorite authors in urban fantasy. I moved all my Alona Andrews to this shelf, which they were crammed below. And then Nilling Easting is all the Guild Hunters are here. And then I gave all the Side Changeling its shelf. I'll probably move things around, but these are her contemporaries here, and then one of the collections in the Side Changeling. So I have those all there. I have space on here. I might move these to the other side. I'm not sure, but these are all my gal characters are over there. And then some bigger books. And then as I said, I still have space. And then these I didn't even touch down here because I didn't need to. So I do have space down here for moving things around. My romance section, I move things around and paranormal romances so that there's a little more space, a little different configurations. I found space on other things, and then my historicals down here. So I have everything on the shelf. Everything's off the floor. Now I just have all these carts, which I'll get rid of. And as I said, the only one I went up above was for classics, and then I still have a little space there. But my historical fiction is out of control. I'm going to have to pare some of that down, or actually start reading it. Anyway, so that's just a quick kind of look at what we're doing. I will insert a clip of out front. I'm not sure if I'm going to do. Okay, so that is kind of all I'm going to do in here. As I said, I got everything off. I need to clean the floor now that I've got everything off the floor. So I'm gonna do a little cleaning probably later. But I'm really happy I got to the point where I'm back to most of my books are on the shelf. I do still have another couple things that I can move over. So really, I've done a lot of work today, so I think I'm done. I might do the front room maybe later this week or tomorrow. I might do tomorrow morning, do the 2 bookshelves out there. So I'll insert here after this just a quick look at my TBR bookshelves. They're not really like TBR. They're just they're a lot of my standalones or the next books in series that I want to make sure I remember I have to read. So anyway, but that's it. So I made it through. That's this. So I will we'll see. I might just continue this and keep it. If I finish do stuff tomorrow, we'll see what happens. So anyway, I will check in with you later. Again, just a quick overview. Yes, that is a Cooper and a Truman. And that's it for now. Okay, just real quickly, here's what I call my TBR shelves. And it's not really, it's just, there's all the mass markets that are like the next in series and stuff I want to pick up or reread. And then I have some mysteries and historical fiction and some others. And then I have fantasy. So I've moved a lot out of here that were epic fantasies. Most of these are either standalone fantasies or part of a series or sci-fi or something else. And then a whole bunch of urban fantasies and some horror. All those urban fantasies on the side there were ones that I, sorry, that's my cat, that I did try a chapter on. So anyway, and then my little black classics are back there. A couple of books I have back there too. And then usually I put my TBR between the Scooby-Doo and the little heart frog. Anyway, so that's usually where the stack of books are. I've already moved the stuff that I haven't got to because I have a couple nonfiction that are on this shelf too that I was hoping to get to, but I'm not going to get to everything. So anyway, so this is what it looks like right now. And Cooper says hello. And that's kind of it. And as I said, I have my classics that are going to stay there. I'm not going to move any of that stuff. That's probably staying the same. But those two bookshelves are what I need to focus on. Maybe tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to get to that tonight. Again, that's all nonfiction and historical fiction. I have a lot of historical fiction. I'm just realizing that. And look at that. I found a use for my book cart. The extra one. So I want to get back down to 2. So the third one, for now, will go in my pantry, which is over full. I bought too much food last couple weeks. But anyway, there we go. I found a use for it. Yay. Okay, so it's the next day. It's Tuesday now on my vacation. And now I'm going to tackle these 2 bookshelves. So I've cleared off the dining room table. I'm going to move this chair around so I have some space there. And then I'm going to redo these. So let's take a look at what they look like now. I'm going to do a better job showing what it starts out like and what it's going to go to. Okay, so this is the one I've had that's held my nonfiction since I got it a couple of years ago. So this one's pretty full. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go through them and kind of organize, pull everything off, and then figure out which ones I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. I have a lot of cookbooks down at the bottom there. Yeah, that I don't use because I don't like to cook. But I'm going to try to move those onto the cart I moved into my pantry, or at least some of those, and see if I can take some of that space as well. So I'm going to go through all these. And then over here, I do have some more nonfiction on top, and then one of the rows down here is also nonfiction, and the rest is historical fiction, 2 rows of that, and then my Jane Austen shelf, which isn't probably going to change. That's probably going to stay about the same. I might rearrange it, but it's probably, it's already pretty full, but it's all my Jane Austens and retellings and stuff on Jane Austen, so that's probably going to stay there. I think I still want it that level. I think that's going to stay there. Everything else I'm going to change around. I think I'm going to move as I said, I'm going to do all the nonfiction first and see if I can reduce down to 1. And if I can, and I can change the rest of this to historical fiction, that means I'll open up space in the library. So we'll see how this goes. So anyway, that's the start. The kitties are here with me, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so here's my reused cart from my library. I put all the cookbooks that I had on the bookshelf on the bottom there, and what chips I had, which I didn't realize I had so many, which is why I needed to organize them. So then I have a few canned goods on there for chili, so I knew where I put those. So anyway, so this will go back into my pantry closet there, and it fits pretty good. And but I got those off the shelf. So right now I'm in the middle of sorting out books. Here are all the books that I've read so far. I'm not done, but so far. And then those are all the books that I haven't read. And I want to get all the unread on that one, and the read one's over here. But yeah, I have a lot more unread than read. So this might not work out the way I hope it to. And I'm trying to reduce as I go, but I don't have a big list to get rid of. Well, anyway, that's my update. We will continue on. Okay, so I am done. I got my sign up. It's not up very well. I'm gonna have to I had a nail in there before. I'm gonna have to move it, but I'm just showing that's where my sign's gonna be. Anyway, so the top is some historical fiction, then my Jane Austen shelf, then some more historical fiction, and then the 2 bottom ones are all the nonfiction that I've kept that I have read. So this is the red shelf of that. So then We bypassed the cats in the chair. This is my nonfiction TBR. So, I have a lot. I don't need to buy anymore for a while. And I even got stuff down on the bottom shelf. So, yeah, I don't think I need to buy any nonfiction for a while. I do need to attack the next year. I'm gonna try to read more nonfiction. Now, this isn't all my nonfiction. I do have my presidential biographies in another room, but this is most of them. And I have a lot. So, anyway, but it looks much better. It's a little bit, there's still books that are kind of on top, but at least it looks better. And this one's more, I finally organized this one I've never done that since I put it up earlier this year. So anyway, those are those shelves. Okay, so that is it. That's my library reorganization. I'm not gonna do the one in the guest room. If I have time this weekend, I will make a part 2 of this. But at this point, all the books are on the shelves. I have everything off the floor. Everything is put away as well as it's gonna be done. So I think I did pretty good. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Took me a few more hours than I thought it would, because it was like 3 hours yesterday and like an hour, a little over an hour today. Not quite an hour and a half, but close. Anyway, so that's it. That's my current library. Anyway, not counting all my manga upstairs or my graphic novels. That's all another section. See, I have bookcases everywhere. But I have space now because I've double stacked stuff, which sucks. But these ones are done out here, which is I'm really proud of. So that I've gone through and got rid of. I only got rid of like 8 books out here. So I didn't get much curbed or cold. Oh well. Anyway, that's it. I will talk to you later.